architect that did out here was a man by the name of Alex Haley, the author of the book Roots. This area we're entering right now is known as River Square. It was renovated back in 1972. It holds many little restaurants, different kinds of restaurants, for whatever you're in the mood for. They offer dinner boats, cocktail boats. People do straight ahead of us is the Culver Street Bridge. There have been many bridges built in this particular area, dating all the way back to 1736. In 1836, it was known as the Santa Ana's Bridge because it was strategically important that its entirety man-made. It's all concrete, has a concrete bottom. This area is about 5 feet deep. This was built purposely for the 1968 World Summit Fair. San Antonio held this fair back in 1968 to promote the Riverwalk and our city to the world. San Antonio's main goal was to put her name on. Now, if you look onto the right, you will find a couple of trees. A lot of people ask us what kind of trees these are. These are called balm. Is underneath the glass bridge. You would have to walk the rest of the way. Beyond the glass bridge, there's a tiny little lagoon, and we just make a little U-turn through there. So it's not too far from there. Not too far at all. It's maybe about 5 minutes walking. So it's not too far. Docking area onto the left, and you would just walk underneath this covered area, and then once you pass it, you would take your turn onto the left, and there you go. You'd be right with the Tower of the Americas. This beautiful lagoon is a wonderful addition to this extension. They added this area in about 10 years. Sidewalks. A lot of these sidewalks have been around since the 1940s. A lot of wear and tear. On the North Channel contains mostly apartments and hotels. And pretty much the only barges that can go through that area are riverside, but converted to a culinary institute. There's shops and restaurants out there to visit as well. It's really, really neat to check that area out. A lot of people do not know this, but they are extending the Riverwalk even further down. Now that it's starting to cool down, we see less and less of them. They usually come when it's nice and warm out here. Hi. I love this plant too, onto the right, the one with the red flowers, the baby bottle brush. It looks like baby bottle brush. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and enter into what is called the River Center extension. No, that was... throw the first 4 floors on location. Each room walk through here. It's very peaceful, not very much traffic, and we try to keep the traffic low out here too. Just out of respect for the residents. To walk through here, which is pretty close to where you're at here, you'll see there's a tall mural. It talks about a little legend that snipers would hide here in this particular tree. Pretty neat. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. It's been around, I want to say, for a year. They had another out here. And also one more thing I want to tell you, really anything, getting back to the lights really, really quick, in the new part of the Riverwalk, a lot of the trees out there are young, so they decided, instead of putting these heavy cords on the young trees, they put the lights in the water. So that's really neat to check out during the Christmas holidays as well. Alright guys, as you can see, our tour is coming to an end. I hope